Hey there, I'm James Dan. It's twilight here in Manchester city centre, and I'm here with Manchester Animal Action discussing veganism and animal cruelty. So let's see what they've got to say.
Okay, my name is Domi. I'm part of Manchester Animal Action, and we are here to promote veganism, the nice way of living, basically. So what we're doing is we're holding laptops with footage from UK slaughterhouse, and we just want to show people what the animals go through before they end up on their plates. When you think about it in a logical way, if you are against animal cruelty, you automatically believe in veganism, because there's no such thing as killing someone nicely or in a humane way. It's just a marketing term, basically. Right. So if people believe that animal cruelty is wrong, basically they believe in veganism, and that's why we think that most people, obviously they are good people, they're not doing it on purpose or anything, but
just going around and beating up cows.
Exactly, that's a different type, that's animal abuse.
Why are you standing on this street right now, freezing cold?
Okay, so this is called the Earthlings Experience, and what we do is we show the public footage of slaughterhouses and farms to get people questioning, why they're eating meat. All of us here used to eat meat, but somehow we've become vegan now. Everyone has a different story. For me, I watched a film called Earthlings, and it showed footage for an hour and a half of animals being harmed, and I grew up saying that I loved animals and I was against animal cruelty, but I just never considered where my food came from. I'm trying to promote veganism because all veganism means is non-violence towards animals, and we believe that most people in their hearts are vegan because most people love animals and they treat the animals that they meet with respect. But unfortunately, because the meat and dairy industry hide, what happens to these animals behind closed doors, we can go to the supermarket, pick up a packet of bacon and just not see the animal that had to be hurt in the process.
Now, on a night out, at the end of the night, when everyone's getting a kebab, what do you get?
You can get chips, hummus and bread. Just ask. If you just ask them what have you got here that doesn't involve like meat, dairy and eggs, they'll have something.
How did you get to this stage though? Were you always a meat eater, or were you always vegetarian and vegan, and you sort of went through the process, or how did it work out?
So after my 15th birthday, I started thinking
Happy birthday.
I started thinking about my life, what can I change? And it occurred to me I've always been an animal lover, but actually I eat animals, so I went vegetarian. And I struggled for a bit, but then I went vegetarian full-time at the age of 16, and a year after I joined animal rights activists, just like these guys, back in London, where I lived at the time. And then a year after, they showed me a video by a really cool guy called Gary Rofsky. It's called The Best Speech You Will Ever Hear on YouTube, and he basically explains how we get milk and eggs from animals, and that it's not an ethical process either. So I just decided to go vegan there and then, and it's been over 4 years now, and I've never been happier.
Really?
It's really working out for me, and I think if you do it right, obviously if you eat complete junk, then you're not going to be healthy, but that's the same for the meat eating diet as well. But yeah, if you just watch what you eat and you try to eat healthily, it's really good.
Is it as expensive as everyone thinks? Because when you hear vegan, you assume that it's going to cost you about £29 a day in lentils.
Yeah, actually,
it's a lot of lentils.
Beans and lentils are really, really cheap when you buy in bulk, which is what I do. You buy them dried, you soak them the day before, and the next day they're ready to go. Obviously, if you buy processed foods,
My dad. Sorry. Well, there you have it, a little bite-sized piece of information pancake. It's 5 o'clock now, I'm freezing cold, these guys are freezing cold, so we're going to go home. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.